Hey, it's Ben here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of a new WordPress plugin coming out called FotoPress, which is a software that's going to allow you to find tons of different images from places like Flickr, Usign, OpenClipArt, Pixabay, that you can use legally in your WordPress posts. And it comes with a Photoshop style editor that allows you to edit these photos to make them look really nice for your WordPress blog posts, or have image inside them, or to create quotes for social media and things like that. And this is definitely something I was interested in looking at and really need myself, because images are a big part of your business today online. You know, that's what drives traffic and what everyone looks like. Everyone looks at before coming to your page. And if hopefully by now you have WordPress installed and you're creating content, or at least helpful pages and things like that, to drive traffic and to immerse people into your brand and things like that. And just like you need to write good content, we need to have good photos and good quality pictures and images, whether that's your title or your featured image that you're sharing on social media to get people to click on it, or images to help engage and tell your story in your posts. A lot of people like Neil Patel, if you ever go through his blog, and he's considered one of the best bloggers. Well, he has tons of images all through his different posts here to really help illustrate what he's talking about, and you should be doing the same. And a lot of blogs I see out there, they're not really doing that, or they have like a really cheap image that they quickly found from Google Images, and it might not even be legal to have on your site, which isn't good. So FotoPress is going to aim to solve that problem. And what you do first is you just enter, if you want to pull photos from Flickr, you need to get your Flickr API key, and they have tutorials on how to do that. If you have Usign already, you can enter that information. You can also click here to choose which places you want to pull the photos from. So in this case, I have Pixabay selected. That's what I'm just going to use for this demo here. And then to use it, let's go to a post and add a new one here. And then to find our image, we're just going to click the FotoPress button, and then we're going to enter our keyword. So say we have a blog that talks about dog training. Obviously you want to type something related to dogs or dog, and then press search. And then it's going to go out and scour all the places that we connected to find images that we can use. In this case, it found 500 results. If we connect like Flickr and all these other places, it's going to find a lot more, obviously. And then we just find the image that we like. So maybe this one. And then what we can do here is edit the title here. That's going to help with SEO. We can enter a file name, Then we can enter the actual title, so it doesn't have to just say Pixabay image. We can add the alt text so it gets seen in Google Images. Then click Edit Image. And that's going to take us to this Photoshop style editor, so we can actually make the photo look pretty nice. And what you can do here is crop it any way you want. There's ability to resize it. We can add some cool effects here. These are all like Instagram style effects for your photos. Then we have some effects here. We can make the image bright or dark. We can reset it if we want to. We can make it blurry. So we can add like noise effects here, like you could do in Photoshop. Then we can go to the ability to add a border here. So if you want to create like some of those Facebook ads or images where they have the red border around to help get a higher click-through rate, you can do that. So we're going to apply that. Then we can also add text, images, and shapes. So say we wanted to create a shape here, we can change whatever fill we want. So I'm just going to have it red. And then just click Start Drawing, and then we can drag and drop our rectangle here. Maybe I'll place that like that. Then we can add some text. So we'll type something like and we can change the font. And there's ways to actually integrate even more fonts than just this, depending on what version you get. And we can change the color, the border, the size of it, whether you want it bold or not. Then we can add some images here. So there's thousands of built-in images that it has. For example, if we type in a question mark, we can click that and click insert image. And then that's going to give us like a question mark here. And then we can actually draw stuff like this. Some more effects. You can now. This is also very cool. Is probably the best feature, in my opinion, is that they have the actual layers. So just like Photoshop has, where we can move like a layer up, for example, or down. So say we wanted the text covered, we just move it down like that, and then it disappears. But say we wanted it up, or so we wanted the text up here. Now it's on top. And then whenever we're ready, what we have to do is hit either download image if you want to download it, or insert it into your WordPress post. And there we have our image right in our blog, or we can set it to our featured image if we like, if we want this to be like the headline of the post. And obviously, you could probably do way better than I did. That was just a quick demo of me messing around with it. But you can see how helpful I think this tool can really be for someone who's actually going out there and creating content that, what you're supposed to be doing, and educating people about your products and services. And then one other thing I wanted to point out real quick is that you can also search by attribution. So if you have to give the attribution or no attribution required as well. I wanted to point that out too, because that's important. Now, as far as all the features that you're going to get, you'll get the find royalty-free images, search across 3 million images, the find and download, so you get unlimited images to download and use. You can save it all to your WordPress gallery. You have all the different effects that I went over, all the features that I basically just went over. Now with the OTO1, if you upgrade and you want to get some more pro features, you can actually search from 10 different sites and over 10 million different images if you want to do that. You also can publish to social networks, so not just your blog, but if you want to create quotes or things like that, you can do that too. You can sync this with your Dropbox or Google Drive to store your images for future use. This one is powerful. You can automatically add watermark images to brand them, like all the big blogs do, to brand their image whenever they're sharing it on social media. That's very powerful. And then there's actual video features as well, and you'll get 700 plus fonts to use, and animated text fonts effects as well if you want to upgrade to the OTO1. Now, as far as any drawbacks to this, well, the images that it will find are probably not as high quality as you'll see on a place like iStockPhoto. So if we go here, these are paid images, and the other ones it's searching for are like free images with correct usage, or free commercial rights usage from places like Pixabay. And you can see that dog one that we found was definitely pretty good. I don't think there's like too huge of a difference, but then you probably will find a couple images that are done a little bit higher quality on like stock photo. But the problem with iStockPhoto is that you have to pay now like a ridiculous fee to use any of these images. This one here, $12 just for this image alone, and that's actually really cheap compared to what they're charging now. So if you're like a big agency and it's really important to use the top tier images, then maybe it's worth paying a few $1,000s for iStockPhoto access for the year. But if you're someone who's just looking for decent blog images to use without violating anyone's terms of service or anything like that to make it look nice for your blog, then I definitely think FotoPress is something very helpful. So if this is something that's going to help your business, then make sure to check it out, because it's going live for lifetime access for an extremely low price. And I talked to the developers, and they said that they don't want to just take it off after a couple of months like some JVZoo launches, that they're going to keep updating it and making sure it integrates correctly with all the photos. So you can use this long term for your blog. And during the launch, it's going to be available for the lowest price possible. So you definitely want to check that out. And also I'm giving away some really cool WordPress plugins and bonuses and themes that aren't just like junk stuff that doesn't work. So make sure you check out all my bonuses, because if you get FotoPress through my link, then you're going to get definitely the highest value WordPress bonus allowed for FotoPress. So again, it's going live 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for an early bird discount. And then if this looks like it's going to help your business, then make sure to get it through my link, as you'll get a ton of high quality bonuses along with it that you can check out below. So again, thanks for coming to this review page for FotoPress.